Yeah. It's right on 200 pretty much.
And then it'll normalize around 130, 140. I don't have super high APM, comparatively speaking. Man, there's a squeaky train. Can you hear that?
Train?
Yeah, you don't hear that squeaking behind me?
No.
Alright, now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to talk a little bit about the build order. The build that I'm going to use, and the build that I had you use last game, is 15 pool, 15 gas. And we're going to expand around 20 or 21 supply. There's a reason that we do this. The early speedlings give us a lot of map control.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, we're able to always get our hatchery at the same time, which is good. It means that our mid-game timings never get screwed up by cute stuff. I'm not really sure what he's thinking taking my gas here. That doesn't benefit him at all.
Just being an asshole, I guess.
But it really makes no difference at all. Like, this affects my build in no way whatsoever. I know, based on how quickly his probe got here, that oh, I see what he's gonna do.
That he's in a close position.
Yes. I'm gonna make these lings. I'm gonna start heading down to the expo to get my expansion right when I want it.
Hot seed.
I've got my 100 minerals for my 100 gas for my speed, so I'm actually gonna pull guys off of gas so that I can get more of a mineral economy.
How much of a difference do those
Three drones make?
Yeah.
A pretty big one.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have the APM for it, then don't bother. Okay, so he's not actually in these positions, which surprises me. Sent that probe very early. Which kind of makes me a little concerned about things like proxies.
I'm definitely not getting another lesson until I'm at least, like, platinum and I know what I'm doing now.
It'll help when you kind of have a little bit more of a fundamental understanding of the game. But I think getting this one kind of early lesson is going to be good because it's going to allow you to. So there I see the blink stalker. Transfer some drones. And I'm going to make one more round of drones that is a little bit brave. But I have these lings in his base, and I feel like it's kind of throwing him off a little bit. This is important, though. I need to figure out where his pylon is. Because he's going to... I'd be willing to wager that he's definitely built. But because I see that he's making this one base heavy, kind of all-in-ish commitment, I have to stop making drones at this point, and I'm only allowed to make units. I have to match him unit for unit. He's not got any intention of expanding, does he? You can see it.
No.
So I have to adopt the same mindset. I've got no expansion of going any farther in this game than it has gone already. I just have to deal with his all-in. And he's warping in zealots in his main, which is good news for me. Start my layer now that I have 100 gas. A couple stalkers. And what I've effectively done here, I haven't done any damage. I've killed like a probe. It's not going to change the outcome of the game. But this has bought me time. If he was attacking right now, it would be harder. But instead, his attack has been delayed by, you know, some...
A lot?
Yeah.
Compared
By
to
some amount of time that we can't really...
like, gauge.
Yeah, exactly. But there I see his army. And that does not look like a very big army. So I'm just going to come kill it. I mean, you see how much stuff I have. I've stopped all drone production. I'm just going to engage and kill him. And this game is absolutely over.
You win?
Yeah, I can't see any way for him to kind of come back from this. Now this is important. I'm definitely, hands down, 100% ahead.
Uh-huh.
But that does not mean that I'm going to go back and just start building lots and lots of drones. Not by a long shot.
Units and tech?
Nope, just units. And here's why. He's made an all-in move. Right?
Yes.
He's on one base. He's not going to kill me. Because I have a massive army advantage. He's lost any element of surprise. And nothing he can do, aside from some cute tech, is going to get him back in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm safe. I'm going to make one round of drones. And I'm only going to make units from now on. Why am I only going to make units from now on? Do you have any idea?
Because there's no way he'll be able to catch up to you.
Right, the only way he's going to catch up with me is if he expands. Whoa.
And he can't win unless he expands.
Right, he can't win unless he expands, and we're going to deny that expansion at all costs. Actually, it looks like he might do pretty well in this fight. Oh, never mind. He's going to lose it. And I'm still just making units, and he just lost another army. GG, he says. So, here's the lesson. Recognize what he's doing. We've been talking about this the whole game, right?
Yes.
We recognize that he was making an all-in, one-base attack of some sort. You know, I got the Lings in the base, I saw 4 gateways, I saw the Twilight Council. That's immediately, we know that he's doing an all-in. If you see a Protoss player with 4 gates, period, on one base, he's doing an all-in. You have to stop making drones, only make units, and defend like your life depends on it. Alright? I got a lot of units out, like we talked about in the game. Those 2 Lings in his base really stalled his push for a long time.
A lot.
Yeah, like a really long time. He was all wigging out, dealing with just those 2 Zerglings. And time is so crucial in this game, because that time allowed us to get as many Lings as we had. And then, with all that stuff that we built, I was able to catch his army as soon as it pushed out and just smash it, and it was easy, right?
Yeah.
Did that even look hard to you?
No.
I mean, from my perspective, that felt like the most one-sided game in the history of StarCraft.
Probably.
And somebody on stream just says, so 4-gate isn't all in, but 4-gate Blinkstalkers is? No, they're both pretty all in. The only thing that allows 4-gate to transition into anything else is if it starts doing damage. If it starts doing damage, then that lets the Protoss player make up the ground that he's given us, you know, by forcing us to not drone and by, you know, other ways. And then from the lead that he gets through his pressure, he's able to kind of go back to macro.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so much to take in.
It's a ton. And honestly, the less experience you have, the harder it's going to be to retain it all. I understand. But just hear my words, heed my advice. I promise you, you're going to be a better player at the end of this. You're already a better player.
Yeah. Alright. Let's try this again.
All right. We're going to scout effectively. We're going to macro effectively. That means spending our money, hitting our overlords, We're going to have enough drones. We're going to use that to power out the army that we need to get map control. We're going to use that to get more drones, more army, and win in the late game. That is our goal every single time we play.
Alright.
Our goal is always, as a Zerg player, to win in the late game. Sometimes the other guy is going to do something that forces us to deviate, and so we will. We will deviate as much as we have to. But ultimately, we always want to just hold on until the macro mechanic of our race allows us to overwhelm them.
Alright.
So you see him with your Overlord.
Yeah.
My girlfriend just got home. Hello, honey. Sure. Don't lose a probe here, or a drone. And if that probe is going to be annoying, just box a couple units and deal with it. But now, see, you poked at him, now he's going to run away. So get back to mining. So mine from your gas. Make an Overlord. Overlord timings are one of the most critical things you can work on. You need to notice that he has built a cybernetics course. You want to take your Overlord and reposition him probably over the Protoss's third base. That's where you want to go next. We're always playing for the long game. So in doing that, we're going to monitor his third. We're going to see when he takes his third, because that's a time when we want to hit him. We want to deny that third. You're about to start your Zergling speed. If you can handle it, if you can find the APM, you want to pull guys off gas as you do so. You want to be expanding. You have the money to expand now. You're still adding drones. You do want a couple Zerglings for that map control that we talked about.
And expand.
And there's your Ling speed. Good. And you have pulled guys off gas. This is looking really good. This is looking about perfect. Vision of his third. You're getting a couple Lings out, right?
Yeah.
Right, so with those Lings, you're gonna take the Xel'Naga towers. Just leave one Zergling at each of them. You're gonna inject with your queen. You're gonna start a second queen, and you're gonna start an Overlord.
23.
When your second queen finishes, you're gonna mine gas again.
Alright.
Where are the rest of your Lings? They're in your natural. All right. Remember what we said about obtaining information?
Yeah. So, scout.
Yeah, scout. You're making purely drones right now. You want to go ahead and retake your gas. You want to inject again. Drones, drones, drones. You also need to make one Overlord. Your second queen can put down a creep tumor and walk down to your natural. And you can also send 5 drones down to your natural.
Alright. Expansion.
Yep, you've got your hotkeys set, so you're making still just drones. I need you to have at least one Zergling right outside his base, because if he just pushes and attacks you, and you don't have any units, and you don't know about it until it's in your natural, you can't respond. If you know about it the second that he leaves, though, you can queue up units and you'll be safe. Start your layer. I need an Overlord, and I need lots of drones. You can also start your Roach Warren right now. And I really need you to transfer about 5 drones to your natural.
Drones.
I know that this feels like a lot of stuff to do at once. I know that. I totally understand. However, if you practice this, if you go through the motions 20 times, it won't feel like a lot of stuff. It'll just feel natural. You'll do it instinctively. This is just like learning lines in a play. This is just like learning to throw a football. It's just like, you know, learning to ride a bike.